was very stressed out. I was going through a very stressful time in my life. That's when I started getting some headaches. Then they developed into migraines and eventually into a complex migraine. All of my family members were affected. It affected my children. They were sad and depressed by seeing me having these severe migraines where I couldn't basically move nor stand up and do things for myself. And it also affected my marriage so much that after just 3 months of marriage, my husband decided that he couldn't be with me anymore. So he filed for divorce. I guess he thought my seizures and this stage in my life were permanent and that I had no cure. He didn't want to be stuck with me. It's basically what it is. When you are experiencing the kind of pain that I was in and trying to describe it to people, many of them just wouldn't understand. Or I think that to some extent they would think I was, making it up. But when I went to Dr. Khorsandi, he was able to immediately pinpoint my problem areas. And I remember that I had the severe pain behind my neck and behind my right eye. And as soon as he saw me, he said, "Does it hurt here? Does it hurt here?" And I cried because I'm like, oh my God, somebody understands. After seeking so much advice and help and treatments, I was skeptical and I didn't think that the results would be so dramatic, but they have been. They have been life-altering, life-changing. And it was much more than I expected it to be. I mean, immediately after the surgery, I felt some relief, and a couple of days later, I was practically back to normal. I'm still under recovery. It's only been 3 weeks, but I mean, the changes and the results have been dramatic, and I'm able to do the things that I once enjoyed and gradually getting back to where I was before. My family, my dad especially, he's sick, and once he saw me where I was and where I'm now, I mean, he actually cried. And he says that now he can, live peacefully knowing that I'm going to be okay and that the doctor was able to find a solution for my problem. My son did actually say, "Mom, you're doing much better. That's awesome." And they also mentioned that my scars, you could barely tell. So that's another big thing. The staff at the Migraine Center were phenomenal. I mean, Jenny, his assistant, made me feel like I was her sister. And one day I was there and I had a seizure, and she stood by my side and she made sure I was taken care of. And not everybody does that. And they just have a personal touch. And for somebody in my condition, that means the world to us. The cost of the surgery is, when you compare it to everything you gain back, it's relatively small. It's priceless to me in reality. And I would do it again in a heartbeat.